If you feel numb in moments that should matter, that's not you being broken. That's your brain doing exactly what you trained it to do. Every emotion you pushed down for years didn't disappear. It got stored in your nervous system, your muscles, even the way you breathe. And the scary part, your brain adapted so well to suppressing it, it may have quietly rewired itself to do it automatically. But here's what almost nobody tells you. The same wiring that shut you down is the exact wiring that can switch you back on. And the switch isn't willpower. It's one specific mechanism your brain is already running right now, without your permission. You laugh at everything, not because everything is funny, because laughing is easier than explaining what's actually wrong. You start a sentence about how you're really feeling, and by the second word you're already saying anyway, "It's fine." You didn't even decide to stop. Your mouth just closed the door before you could walk through it. "I'm not mad. I'm just tired." You've said this more times than you can count. Nobody believes it. Not even you. You're fine all day, genuinely fine. And then 8 p.m. hits and suddenly you're snapping at something small, or crying at a commercial, or just exhausted for no reason you can name. Your jaw is tight right now. Read that again. Your jaw is tight right now, and you probably didn't notice until I said it. Your chest gets tight during totally normal conversations. Your stomach's been off for months and every doctor says you're fine. And when you do have a reaction, a real one, the first thing out of your mouth is sorry. Not sorry for what you did, sorry for having a reaction at all. If 2 or more of these just hit a little too close, keep watching. Because this isn't a personality trait. This isn't just how you are. This is a pattern your brain built on purpose, for a reason that made sense at the time. And in a minute, I'm going to show you exactly what's happening inside your skull every single time you do this, including the one part of your brain that's been quietly overreacting for years while you thought you were handling it fine. In 1993, to researchers, Bruce McEwen and Elliot Steller, gave a name to something you've been living for years: allostatic load. Here's the plain version. Your body is built to handle stress in short bursts, react, then recover. But when you suppress emotion for years instead of letting that cycle complete, your body never gets the stand down signal. The stress response just keeps running, quietly, in the background, every day. The cost is real and it's measurable. Chronically stressed nervous systems show a flattened cortisol rhythm, up to a 30 to 50% reduction in the natural morning to night curve your hormones are supposed to follow. That curve is what's supposed to wake you up sharp and wind you down at night. When it flattens, you don't feel stressed. You just feel tired, all the time, for no reason. Scientists call it allostatic load. Your body just calls it exhaustion. But exhaustion isn't even the part that should worry you. Because your body isn't just tired, it's storing something. And where it's storing it might surprise you, where the emotion actually goes. Suppressed emotions don't vanish. They don't get processed out. They get stored as muscle tension, altered breathing, and a nervous system stuck in a loop of low-grade high alert. This is the core finding from Bessel van der Kolk's research. When you suppress emotional expression, you might look completely calm on the outside. But inside, your body keeps reacting. Elevated stress hormones, a faster heart rate, tension that never fully releases. Your face says fine, your body never got the memo. That tightness in your jaw, that tension in your chest, that stomach that's been off for months, that's not random. That's the bill coming due for every emotion you swallowed instead of expressed. And here's where it gets stranger, because suppressing an emotion doesn't make your brain calmer. It does the opposite. There's a part of your brain that's been getting louder this entire time, and you had no idea. The alarm that won't turn off. Picture the systems in your brain, the amygdala, your alarm. It senses danger in milliseconds and triggers your fight or flight response, and the prefrontal cortex, your brake. It's supposed to step in, assess the situation, and calm the alarm down when it's actually safe. Here's what you'd expect. Suppress your emotions long enough, and the alarm goes quiet. Numb it out. Shut it down. Here's what actually happens. Research shows chronic suppression doesn't reduce amygdala reactivity, it sustains or increases it. Long-term stress impairs the very braking mechanism your brain uses to calm itself down, leaving the alarm more sensitive, not less. So when you finally do react, when something small sets you off, or you cry over something that shouldn't matter, that's not you being dramatic. That's years of an alarm system running unchecked, finally spilling over the edges you built to contain it. And that numbness you feel in between the spillovers? The flatness, the disconnection, that's not the absence of emotion either. That's your brain making a decision, and it's a smarter decision than you think. The numbness is protection, not damage. Dissociation, that feeling of watching your life from outside your body, or just feeling nothing when you probably should feel something, isn't a malfunction. It's a primitive defense mechanism, your brain's way of shutting down or detaching when a situation feels inescapable. Research on chronic stress and emotional numbing consistently frames it the same way as a protective down-regulation of the nervous system. Your capacity for feeling gets depleted by staying on high alert for too long, so the brain blunts it, on purpose, to keep you functioning. Your brain didn't break. It made a trade. It gave up feeling in order to keep you standing. If your brain could build all of this, on purpose, without asking your permission, what else could it build if you gave it a different instruction? Here's the part they don't tell you: that wall you built, the jokes instead of honesty, the I'm fine, the numbness, none of that is who you are. It's what you were trained to do by circumstances that once made it the smartest option available to you. And here's the part backed by actual neuroscience, not just a nice sentiment. Your brain is not fixed. It's not a stone. It's a living, adapting structure that reshapes itself based on what you repeat. Neurons that fire together wire together. That's not a motivational quote. That's synaptic plasticity, and it's how the suppression pattern got built in the first place, which means the same mechanism that built the Vulcan and build it. You've probably heard it takes 21 days to build a new habit. That number came from a 1960s plastic surgeon's casual observation, not research. The real number, from a landmark study out of University College London, is closer to 66 days on average, with a range from as short as 18 days for something simple, up to 254 for something complex. Retraining years of suppression isn't a weekend fix. But it's not a life sentence either. It's a timeline, and timelines move. You are not a fixed personality. You are a biological habit loop, and habit loops can be rewritten. You weren't born people-pleasing. You weren't born laughing off pain instead of naming it. You were trained to. And anything you were trained to do, you can be retrained out of. That's not weakness. That's just how humans work. If this described you more than you expected, you're not alone, and you're definitely not broken. You're just running old code, and old code can be rewritten. If you want to go deeper on how to actually start rewiring it, that's exactly what's coming for the Elevated. New videos drop every Wednesday and Sunday, right here. If this video just put words to something you've been carrying for years, drop a purple dot in the comments. I want to know it landed. Stay elevated.